Hi, my name
Hi, my name is Taylor Shaw.
is Learning Project. Again, my name is Shaw. I'm a learning and leadership teacher at Lehigh Acres Middle School. I'm also the STEAM Magnet Coordinator, so I oversee all of the STEAM implementation at our school. Today, I will go over a bit of the purpose of the project, the context, a little bit about the school, my diversity focus. I will go over research and the modifications along with the theoretical approach that we took. So to begin with, the purpose was to educate teachers at Lehigh Acres Middle School on STEAM implementation. We were going to do this during the first week of school. It would be the first day teachers returned on August 1st. My definition of learning was really focused that learning was very personalized, and that is still true. A bit about the learning context. Lehigh Acres Middle School has 76 full-time teachers, 12 of which are brand new this year. Two of them have taught before, 10 have never been in a classroom. We have 14 open positions. So if anyone wants to be a teacher out there, by all means, please get in contact with me. We can get you in a classroom. We have 7 coaches. I am one of those. And then we have 4 administrators at our school. We are in the East Zone, which means we are, this is the more low income zone. We also are all Title I schools are out on the East Zone. So when you're looking at the map, the West Zone and the South Zone do not have as high of a turnover each year as we do out in the East Zone, just to give you some perspective about our school. So August 1st, 2022, that would not be the first day for everyone else in the school district, but we are a school in need of improvement. So we are offered the Cine Day. The Cine Day allows teachers to come in a day early and receive additional training in order to prepare our staff for the school year ahead. The focus of the Cine Day training was to provide teachers with the definition of STEAM at our school, provide them with a way to locate resources and ways to implement STEAM within their classrooms, and also to give them a hands-on experience in learning our virtual reality goggles that we have purchased. All of this was paid for by grant funds. I solicited invites through our Google form. Some teachers filled it out, some showed up without filling it out. That was to be expected, but we had a great turnout. I did provide the schedule for the day. We broke the staff into 2 groups. One staff followed the first schedule, the other staff followed the second schedule. And that way we're able to break up groups. And I strategically broke up groups and gave teachers name tags with their group color on it to help organize the day a bit. As I had not known very many of our new teachers, I only knew the veteran teachers. And at that time, when I was planning this, I did not know who all would be returning. My diversity focus really looked at new teachers and experienced teachers and the implementation of STEAM within the school. So that was what my basis was for my diversity focus. Here's a bit of research followed by some of the modifications, and then I will go into modifications I was able to make. First bit of research that I found really was this great article by Avery and Reeve. And the big takeaway was that one size does not fit all, and we must differentiate our training in order to provide a truly relevant training for all of the teachers. One thing I would like to do, a future modification based off of this research, is throughout the school year, I would like to schedule a few trainings just for the new teachers to provide them a safe space to come back to. This larger training did a lot for a little bit of differentiation, but not as much as I would have liked. And then I would also like to, in the future, if I know more about who's attending the training, I'd like to pre-plan and break up the groups a little bit more strategically. Second bit of research was this amazing article about STEM tips. And it was coming from veteran teachers and what they thought was best for implementing, what they thought was best and what they needed in order to implement STEM within their school. And really, it boiled down to data and lesson planning. So, what I did was my one study day, August 1st, was not able to accommodate a complete data deep dive or even lesson planning deep dive. So what we've done is I've met with the rest of the leadership team, and we've agreed that the trainings, the 11th, 18th, and 25th, and the 17th and 24th of this month, we're going to focus data and lesson planning based on this research. So this was a great takeaway that we're able to implement in my school immediately. Well, this month. Next bit of research was really great. It was an article where they had given teachers this training, and then they followed up with them a year later and solicited their response on these survey questions in 22 teachers. And something that really stood out was 5 teachers wanted to observe STEM lessons. And the mentoring teachers, 3 teachers, really wanted a good teacher mentor. They found that that was the best way to implement STEM within their schools. So I obviously could not show them STEM in action because we have not started school yet, but I was able to show them some past photos of really highly effective lessons that were implementing STEAM. This is a snippet of some of the slides I was able to show during the training. We also have an Apples program that would provide teachers a really strong Apples mentor, and every new teacher in the school district gets an Apples mentor. I would love for a future modification to provide teachers with who their mentor is before they come to the Cine Day training. I know that would be very difficult and it would take a lot of logistical planning, but I think it would be possible. And I think it would provide teachers with a extra layer of comfort within their first day of training. So the actual day of training, I was able to implement some modifications ahead of time that we hadn't really planned on before doing some of the research. The first one was I looked up the hierarchy of needs and the basics, food and water. So I was able to get Krispy Kreme to donate donuts for breakfast and Papa John's to donate lunch, just pizzas. But even providing that, a lot of teachers don't get paid over the summer within my school district. Their last paycheck was June 15th, and they won't get another one till August 31st. So it's such a long time. Providing this provides that extra layer of security and just really helps provide that social interaction throughout the day as well, because you're eating and you're talking. Next thing I did was I looked at UDL because I was thinking, like, how am I going to affect all of the teachers and what can I do to really make sure that I'm doing the best I can for the teachers? So what I did was I provided both paper copies and digital copies of everything, and I provided a schedule. And one of the things from the UDL website that we were all looking at in this class said to increase predictability. So they want to know, it really lowers the risk when teachers or students know what's coming up next. So I gave hard copy and digital copies of the schedule so that teachers knew where they were supposed to go. I had locations on them. I provided school maps and everything. So there was no unknown throughout the day. Teachers knew what to expect, which was a huge assistance. And I received a lot of positive feedback from just this simple task. Another thing was I really wanted hands-on activities. I really wanted teachers learning and doing, but participating. So for the VR training, which was a huge chunk of the day, we did provide both the VR training, but if some of the teachers, like what if they had got a headache putting it on? So we provided their Chromebook option. Well, new teachers might not have a Chromebook. So I also provided a handout copy, which was a lot of work in advance, but it really made the training seamless for that day. And teachers were really appreciative of it because not everyone wanted to put the headset on. The next thing is I really worked out the lengths of the training so that I built in 15-minute breaks and team building throughout the day to really help with this. The pictures on the right are just a STEM activity that has to do with buoyancy and weight, but that was a great team builder and it was a brain break. Just again, I want to emphasize, we did the entire training face-to-face. This was different in the past due to COVID. We were doing virtual trainings. We've switched now pretty much fully back face-to-face. We did a bunch of team builders as well, and we did name tags to really add that layer of comfort for teachers. And then when it comes to the theoretical approach, I really want to focus on the fact that we took a hands-on approach. The teachers were learning by doing, but they were also socializing within their groups. They were really looking at that learning by doing, like Peppert's view. And I also want to say that the entire training as a whole fits really well within activity theory. The tools, of course, can be the VR goggles or the Chromebooks or the hands-on activities we were doing with the boats and the STEM activities. The subject could be the teachers or what they were students, but the teachers. The roles could be the roles throughout the day, community, of course, is the school, the stakeholders, everyone involved. The object would be utilizing that technology for the future. While we took the constructivist view, I also thought it fit really well into the activity theory. And I just wanted to say really quick before my time runs out, I did not pull all of this off by myself. I really want to give some credit to the other teacher leaders on my team who assisted with the day and helped with coordinating and printing and getting everything set up for each of the teachers. And I did want to provide some of my resources, but I want to thank you again for listening to my project and have a wonderful day.